Grand Rising, Elizabeth. We are live, and I am Queen Aduni, and I am sitting in for the wonderful Danielle Claxton, our social media goddess, and she is stuck in a plane situation. She was not able to get on her plane yesterday, and so she is on the plane coming here today, and I am sitting in for her, and I hope I do justice for her. I am, we are coming from a wonderful conference called Identity Shift that we were in Houston, Texas with Stanicia Graham and Nina. What's that Nina's last name?
More.
Nina Moore. And you talk about a good time. It was awesome. And I got my shift, and I got a breakthrough that weekend, which I will talk about. What I want to do today is one of the exercises that well, you know what, before we go into that, we'll give a few more people time to come on if they're going to come on. Lorraine, you want to share what you got out of the conference?
Sure. Hi.
See?
Wow. How can I start? I got more than what I bargained for. Let's start there.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't really sure what to expect because when it comes to identity shift,
Are you able to
I'm
come on camera, honey? If not,
um
that's fine.
uh yeah, you gotta give me a minute. I'll take off my cap here.
Well, while you're doing that, I just want to just say that uh, oh my God, it was amazing. It was about 200 people there, and of all different shades, skin shades, and it was we had some men there, mostly women, but I must say that most of the people that were there, if not 95%, were from people who are involved in the Super Patch. And what Stanicia has done for the past, I guess, 90 days, maybe 90 days, is teaching um, identity shift and how to do a quantum leap, not slow walking like a journey, but how to leap from where you are to where you really want to be, or where you need to be in order to accomplish the things that you desire to accomplish. The strongest point of getting your word out at this point is social media. And we all have our issues around social media and around showing ourselves and around doing what we need to do. But that really is where the world is now. If you want to market whatever your business is, whatever your project is, whatever your event is, you reach the most people through social media. And many of us are not out and about. Most of us, are doing our work from our home, so we're not even going to a business facility where other people are, or out in the park or stuff like that. And so you reach the world by through social media. And I know me personally have had issues, and I'll share that as we go along. But I got my breakthrough. Yeah, we'll talk about that. But anyway, it was freaking amazing, really amazing. And the people were beautiful, no issues, personalities, or nothing, because everybody came there with their heart open, and they came there to take care of business, and they came there with the best of themselves. Because one of the things she talks about is when you walk in the room, who are you bringing in the room? You walking in the room. being the best of who you are and who you can be. So that was very, very, very good. We did talk about Super Patch, but it really was not, even though that's what most of us do, is the business of Super Patch, but we came there to deal with ourselves so that we can represent Super Patch and we can do the work and the ministry, shall I say, of helping people be and feel great and be great as well. So, Lorraine, I'd love for you to share your experience at the conference.
Okay. Give me one half second. I want to reach my butt. Ah, well, I will be putting a freedom on shortly.
I had to get up and put a defend on because the weather changed and I woke up and it was only 55 this morning. So a little bit. And then when I'm on the plane, all the time. I have to one, I'm bald, and so that air gets on my head, and within a couple of hours of being on the airplane, I am starting to sneeze. So I had already patched up, but this morning I just put another one on so that I could just knock the rest of it on out.
Well, oh, let me put a light on so at least you can see me. So you made me think. I said, let me go get my book so I could take a couple notes because at the end of the day, the information that was provided to us, it was an abundance of it. It came from a number of different sources. These were all people in Super Patch who were, I would say, at a managing director or above. And basically, what that means is you've been around and you had to go through some things. So, as we're going through, there's this one guy, his name is Jonathan, and he's actually was the one responsible for getting Stanicia into Super Patch because she's done other multi-level marketing before. But there was three things that he said that you want to keep in mind. Number one, am I doing what I say I'm doing? Or am I making excuses? Am I really committed? And that's the start where you start to do your own self-assessment. And this is for yourself, not for others. Number two, he talks about, and then he gave what do you call it? Bible verses, Proverbs, and he was giving Bible verses as he was giving the three things. The second thing is change your environment, your proximity. Who are you hanging around? Who are you letting, in your space? Whoever you're spending time with, are they pulling you forward? Are they pulling you backwards? And there's a book called Let Them. I got to get that book, and it's called really basically letting people be them without it impacting you. The third thing he talked about was keeping promises to yourself. Now, out of all these, that was the hugest one for me because we're always trying to make sure we look good for other people and do what we say to other people.
Mhm.
But we got this subconscious, we don't matter. It's okay if I don't, keep it to me. But what he said is that number one, do what you say you're going to do without failure.
Yeah.
Confidence comes from the evidence. Is it helping me to grow in my identity? So I'll give you an example of what that looks like. I've been that keeping my promises to myself. When I came home, I made a comment to my husband, said, you know what, I'm gonna do something miraculous. I'm gonna come home for the first time and I am going to unpack my suitcase as soon as I get home. People do that all the time.
Uh-huh.
That's always been something I wanted to do. And it's like, why not? Well, as it ended up turning out, um, I didn't I just never do it. So I got upstairs and I said, oh, I'm so tired. I do not feel like doing this. My identity said, well, you know what? You're so used to just telling yourself, making promises to yourself. You don't keep none of them to yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
why should you keep this? I said, oh no, oh no, 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 we're going to do this. And it really was a mind shift. And not only did I unpack the suitcase and the bags, I put everything where it belonged. And I made put all the dirty clothes in a basket and put it in the washing machine.
Whoa.
Right. I felt so empowered just simply by honoring my word to me
Mm-hmm.
that, and I get that everything starts with, it starts with you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So he talked about, I mean, and I did actually tape him. So I am going to go through and pull out some more notes from him. But I know James 2:7, and I'm gonna quote the scriptures and everything because I'm actually going to go and actually read them.
Yeah.
Um, and there were so many speakers that had so many wonderful things, to say. One of them, Angela, she had, what beliefs are you carrying that doesn't serve you? So you want to do a belief check. What are you telling yourself? What label did you attach to yourself that God never gave you? What stories do you have about yourself that doesn't serve you? So it was taking all of this into consideration. So when it talked about an identity shift, I think one of the first things was really getting related to what is the identity that you currently have for yourself. And one of the questions they had is if I strip myself of all my titles, take away I'm a mother, I'm a mom, I'm a this, I'm a that, I work, would you still know who you are?
Yeah.
So you are not your title. So who are you? So it's a lot of self-serving things um, that you want to focus on. What's going to benefit you? Um, Another one is I don't know who talked about this one, but they talked about the music, right? And they talked about turn off the music in your head that others have you playing.
Mm.
Some people clear out because they came for the party. You get to change the music. You get to have your own music. As a matter of fact, he went on to say that the change in music that you make will change the people. Consider going through a season of silence. One of the things Tanisha said is that she went on a disappearing mode from everybody for about a month or two. She was gone a long time. And that's when she came back out with this whole identity thing. But she shared with us that the reason that she went into um, a season of silence was she said sometimes you just got to be with yourself, just you and God. There's no time limit on it. When you go in and you have your conversations with Him, you listen and what it is that He has to say. And
Mm-hmm.
He said, okay, I'm not done with you yet. You gotta be by yourself. And that brings a whole nother question. Do you like your own company? Are you comfortable with yourself
Yeah.
just the way that you are?
Mm.
Some people always feel like they need to have somebody else. Mm, you get to choose. And if you like being around you, 9 times out of 10, other people will like being around you too, because you get to know like who you are. Um, and last of all, one of the things that everybody had this whole who you are identity thing was all in the background. Um, One of the speakers talked about recognize where you are. To declare where you are going, you must know uh, where you are. And are you confident or are you cautious? You receive revelation about who you are becoming. You have to start seeing yourself differently. Start visualizing a new picture of yourself. What does that get? You get to create what that look like. Reframe your mindset. Reposition your heart. Let go of old stuff. A contaminated heart will have you miss out on a lot. More importantly, restrict negative access through every entry point. When negativity comes to you, it should be like a fire alarm. I got to go. Get
Yeah,
away from the people that are bringing this into your space. You have to guard your frequency and, like a vengeance. And you want to rehearse where you are going, not just where you're going, not just where you've been. Where you going? Put more emphasis on that as opposed we already know where we've been. And he also said to release bitterness, unforgiveness. Your future needs every bit of your focus. If you're focusing on things that happen and you got bitterness and unforgiveness, it's a real tough way to move into the future, dragging all that baggage with you. And last of all, two things he said recite information on where you want to go and where you aren't. He talked about, it's that same thing you guys heard about being in the boat. You can just be in the boat and you don't have no direction. You're just kind of floating around. Make a decision. And if that one doesn't work, make another decision.
right.
It's not a carved in stone. And the one thing he said you must do every day is your affirmations. Get in that mirror and talk to you. Get to know yourself. Let yourself know. Sit by yourself to see what God has for you. Get into silence. Disappear yourself. Okay? You get to not abandon yourself when clarity, you get to actually, I will not abandon myself when clarity disappears. Because if something isn't clear, you don't just make up something else. It's just not clear. You don't abandon, well, I'm not going to do this. Get into silence, get with God, and fill that gap between your identity and where you really are.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yeah.
that good enough?
Good stuff. Good stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Grand Rising, Mama Evelyn. Good to see you. Evelyn said she has always been comfortable being by herself. And that is great. Let me check the chat and see what else is.
Hmm.
I love my
Grand
own
Rising.
company, she says. Always have.
Evelyn, you'd be surprised at how many people are not comfortable being by themselves, which is
Mhm.
how they've decided to term that loneliness. Loneliness does not mean being alone.
Mm.
And I'm glad to hear that. For a long time I was not comfortable by myself and here's the catcher. Didn't even know it
Mm.
until it was brought to my attention that I love being by myself now. I do. I love my own company. But I learned that about 20 years ago. But boy, I tell you, old habits are hard to die sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You want to share anything, Evelyn?
Um, yeah, just that um I can't I can't even remember a time I ever felt lonely. I was always comfortable with just being with me.
Are you your only child?
No, I have three older brothers, but they were grown and out of the house as I was growing up. I think my younger brother, he was 14 years older than me.
Oh, okay. So
And
basically,
So
so
you were
he
like the
stayed with
only
us for
child.
a while.
yeah.
And other than that, yeah,
Can you come on camera?
no.
Okay. I hear you.
I'm I'm on the phone with the IRS, so
Oh, okay. You're in.
I'm just waiting they said it'd be like 60 minutes maybe. So, but I just want to stay on the phone. So just so you know, if I click off,
I
that's
hear you.
going
I
on.
hear you.
Yeah.
Well, we were just talking about how amazing the conference was this weekend, just amazing. And you knowing me,
Mhm.
you've not seen my hand covering my mouth, have you?
No, I have not.
That was my breakthrough, and I was determined that I was going to get it this weekend.
Uh-huh.
And it was at the last moment that I got it, that I totally got it. And
Hmm.
yeah, and so my thing was, Stanisi had talked about, I call it is what it is. It just is what it is. And if whatever happens, even unto death, hey, it just is what it is, and just not being afraid, not making it mean any more than what it is. It just is, and you deal with life as it presents itself, right? And so that was one of the reasons I would not post, and especially when she said do something live. What? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? And then I caught myself the first day explaining and asking for people to excuse me, my mouth without teeth. They didn't know me. They don't know what I look like. They don't know me from Adam, and they're like, yeah, okay, and I was like, okay, you got to break through this. And so, Danielle would always, just really, you're beautiful. There's nothing, blah, 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 blah. And I'll be like, you don't know, you. And so I actually did a post. Um, from after one of the classes when she said she told us what to do and then to post it. This is what you're going to say. Go to Chat GPT and do this, and then you're going to speak it on into Instagram. And I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta break through this. And so actually, I did it, and then, but I did not post it yet. I hadn't posted it, but it was there. And then I said, okay, I am going to actually post it. And I did. So at the
I
end,
saw it.
the last thing, did you? And
Hmm.
the last thing the last thing that happened was she asked for 4 or 5 people came up that would give their own testimony. And I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to break through right now. Before I leave here, I've got to break through. And so I did. And everybody stood up and applauded, and it was loud, big roar and stuff, because it was, I just said, I am not my teeth, nor the lack thereof. That is not who I am. And it is what it is. It's just what
Yes, she
it
did.
is.
She got a standing ovation, guys. She's underplaying the response and the power
Yeah.
that she gave when she said that everybody was giving her a standing ovation. She was just authentic. She was real. We could feel the the power behind her making this transition. And we were like, come on now. We
Uh-huh.
all have our battles. And you stood up there for us. And I was so proud of you. We all were so proud of you. It was for you guys up there. But when Queen got up there, she stole the show. I'm not gonna. I mean, I I, I was so enthralled that I should have just had the freaking camera rolling.
No.
And it was one of those frozen in like a deer in headlight moment where when she spoke, I don't know if you noticed, Queen, but you held the whole audience just in and that one thing that you were saying, and you were talking about your breakthrough, but when you said, I am not my teeth, everybody just jumped up and said, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we all have our own battles. What's your battle?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you get to knock that out. It's like, what's next? Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I want to do today, thank you, Miss Dodson. is, we had gotten this book right here. Did you get your book, babe?
I did.
Okay, so one of the things that she was talking about as we approach, um, our continuation of life, as she was talking about that everyone does not buy the same, or everyone does not, let me see, the different personalities that we deal with, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so, all right. So there are different personalities, and we're going to break it into four. The color chart is one of the most powerful tools in your faith-driven business toolkit. It will change how you see your prospects and your team members and even yourself. Now, one of the things that I had done was it's called Please Understand Me. And it's where you go in, and there are four different personality traits, and how you speak to people. If you speak into their listening, as we learned in Landmark, speaking into the person's listening instead of this is the way I talk, but you're not talking to yourself, you're talking to other people. So what is their listening? What are the words that capture them? For me, you can capture me when you start talking about, well, passion and purpose, obviously, and when you talk about what what you see in your future, not so much what the drama of your past is, okay, but what are you working on? What do you see? Um, which can be detrimental because a person can talk about all of that, and then, but they have not set themselves up for all of that. So I have to balance that, what I tend to listen to and not do the checking behind a person, especially when I'm hiring them or bringing them in to be part of my life, right? So one of the things there are four different colors: yellow, blue, green, and red. And so I want to share who they are. A yellow, which is called the dolphins. Who they are fun, they are social, trendy, life of the party. They bring the energy and attract people naturally. Their strengths are they attract people quickly, they make business fun, great starters, high enthusiasm. Their challenge, though, is long stories. They have poor listening, inconsistent follow-up, struggle to finish what they start. How to coach or sell to them, give simple scripts, short deadlines, make follow-up fun, and use voice notes to connect. Yellow people can start a fire, but they need systems so the fire does not burn out. That would be your dolphin. Do you know any people like that? I immediately had a person in my mind. All right, so that's a dolphin. They are,
Yeah, that would be me. Yep.
oh, really? Okay.
Oh yeah.
So the next one, Grand Rising, Madam Finance. The next one would be a whale. They're blue. The color is blue. Who are they? They are supportive, nurturing, kind, loyal helpers. Think Mr. Rogers. Won't you be my neighbor? Their strengths are high credibility, care deeply, organized, help people feel safe and heard. The challenges, though, they avoid the hard business side, don't like asking for the sale, tend to overgive without expecting return. How to coach or to sell to them? Remind them selling is serving. Stop rescuing indecisive people. Give permission to ask for the sale. Blue people care so much that sometimes they forget clarity is also love. Now, I relate to that. I think you relate to that, Lorraine.
I do.
Yeah. And we all have a little bit of all of these.
Oh, yeah.
But I will see myself as a whale. Um, and I definitely, yeah. Um, Green is the analytical thinkers. Who they are: detail focused, logical, cautious, fact seekers. Think engineers, CPAs, researchers. Their strengths: ask great questions, credible presenters once they're convinced, not moved by hype, only by facts. Their challenges: over research and analysis paralysis, need significantly more time before deciding. How to coach or to sell to them: don't force close emotionally. Give clean information, facts, comparison points, and time. You don't, you do not close a green with pressure. You serve them with information and let logic do its job. And then red are sharks. Who they are: dominant, decisive, competitive, direct, bottom line thinkers. They move fast and expect others to keep up. Their strengths are results focus. They love ROI and recognition. They move fast. They're driven to win. The challenges: they don't listen well, think their way is the best. They may confuse themselves for dolphins, fun versus dominant. How to coach or sell to them: be direct. Don't over explain. Show numbers, opportunity, and the challenge. Let them lead, but hold them accountable. The Reds do not need a long story. They need the bottom line, the target, and the scoreboard. Key insight: none of these personality styles is better than another. Each one carries God-given strengths that your business needs. Your job is not to change the person, it's to connect with how they were made. So, like I said, there's the dominant part, and then we all have a little bit of all of these, a little bit of this in
Yeah.
different areas of our lives. So
Yeah.
it's not one that's wrong, but to understand how to speak to them, which is what we call what their listening is. That's what's important. What words? When we were talking to Pi last night, Pi is he's going to check everything out. He says, you know me, I need to try each one. And he said, I'm going to try each one individually, not as a group. Each patch, I'm going to try them this day. I'm going to put this one on and make sure that that is doing what it's supposed to do, right? And before he does a combination. I've known Pi for a long time, and he is a numbers. That's why his name is Pi Imba. And he knows his numbers. He's an electrician, so he likes electrical work. So he understands the theory of put this on and it's going to tell the brain to do this particular thing. So he's going to check those things out. Yeah. So, Mama Evelyn, if you're on, I mean, unless you're talking to your phone people, which one did you relate to?
I think it was the one were you kind of the engineer? Which one was that?
Analytical?
Yeah, yeah. I like to figure things out and research stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a follow through sometimes because I'll start things. So my goal is to finish things because I'll come up with great ideas, but yeah,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
you know.
Okay, Miss Dotson, if you could type in there which one you are, did you relate to? And man of finance, I don't know if you heard, well, you're not yellow. You're not a dolphin. I know that you might have came in at the whales. The yellow dolphin is they're fun, social, trendy, life of the party. They bring the energy and they attract people naturally. You do that. They're
Yes, it does.
yeah, absolutely. But she's over here on this green and shark as well. I see. The dolphin, again, they attract people quickly, make business fun, great starters, high enthusiasm. She is that as well. The challenges is long stories, poor listening, inconsistent follow-up, struggle to finish what they start. That is not her.
No.
Um, how to coach or sell, give simple scripts, short deadlines, make follow-up fun, use voice notes to connect to that particular person. Now, to me, and I know she's not here, that is
I'm here.
definitely, yeah, no, I'm saying
Oh,
who is this person? That's Danielle,
oh,
Yellow, that dolphin. So and the blue whale, who they are, they're supportive, nurturing, kind, loyal helpers. That's me. Think Mr.
me
Rogers.
too. Yep.
You won't you be my neighbor? Our strengths, high credibility, we care deeply, we're organized, help people feel safe and heard. I'm definitely that. Little work on the organized. If you see my desk right now. The challenge is avoid the hard business side. Don't like asking for the sale. Tend to overgive without expecting return. That is me. How to coach or to sell to me, remind them selling is serving. Stop rescuing indecisive people. Give permission to ask for the sale. Blue people care so much that sometimes they forget clarity is also love. Now, the green again, who are they? Uh, Meta Finance. Now, you did hear these two. You want me to run over them again? Okay, I don't know where she went. Um, who they are, um, they detail focused, logical, cautious, fact seeking. Think engineers, CPAs, and researchers. The strengths, they ask great questions, credible presenters once they're convinced, not moved by hype, only by facts. That's what she's always saying in wealth building. Check it out. Do your research. Don't go by the hype.
Yep.
The challenge is over research. They do over too much research, analysis, paralysis, needs significantly more time before deciding how to sell to them. Don't force close emotionally. Gives clean information, the facts, comparison points, and time. You do not close a green with pressure. You serve them with information and let logic do its job. And again, with the red, the sharks, who are they? They are dominant, decisive, competitive, direct, bottom line thinkers. See, that's pie. They move fast and expect others to keep up. The strengths, results, focus, love, rate of return, and recognition. They move fast. They are driven to win. The challenges don't listen well. They think their way is the best. May confuse themselves for dolphins, fun versus dominant. How to sell, be direct. Don't over-explain. Show numbers, opportunity, and the challenge. Let them lead, but hold them accountable. Reds do not need a long storyline. They need the bottom line, the target, and the scoreboard. Okay, Man of Finance, are you back on? Let me see. Grand
Good
Rising,
morning,
Deidre.
friend, right? Deetra.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, which one did you relate to?
I didn't hear them all. I do apologize.
Okay, so
I'm moving and shaking. Yeah, I apologize.
no problem. Okay, so I'm going to read well, since Deidre is on, I'm going to read these real quick. Okay, we got, so
Grand Rising, all.
great.
Grand
Rising.
Rising.
Okay, so we're doing the color chart, and these are 4 different personalities. And when you understand, it says everyone does not buy the same way, or sell the same way, or follow up the same way. When you understand personalities, you stop taking everything personally. The color chart is one of the most powerful tools in your faith-driven business toolkit. It will change how you see your prospects, your team members, and even yourself. So let me read all these, and then I want you to tell me which one you relate to. And as as with the people around you that you know, and even the prospects, you want to understand this because this is how you approach them and have the most success. So the first one is yellow. They are dolphins. Who they are fun, social, trendy, life of the party. They bring the energy and attract people naturally. Their strengths, they attract people quickly, make business fun, great starters, high enthusiasm. Their challenges, long stories, poor listening, inconsistent follow-up, struggle to finish what they start. How to coach or sell to them: give simple scripts, short deadlines, make follow-up fun, use voice notes to connect. Yellow people can start a fire, but they need systems so the fire does not burn out. Um, and know that we have a little bit of all of these in it, but then there's the dominant one. Okay, so the blue are whales. Who are they? They're supportive, nurturing, kind, loyal helpers. Think Mr. Rogers. Won't you be my neighbor? Strengths: high credibility. They care deeply. They're organized, help people feel safe and heard. The challenges: they avoid the hard business side. Don't ask, don't like asking for the sale, tend to overgive without expecting return. How to sell or coach to them: remind them selling is serving. Stop rescuing indecisive people. Give permission to ask for the sale. Blue people care so much that sometimes they forget clarity is also love. Green, analytical thinkers. Who they are? Detail focused, logical, cautious, fact seekers. Think engineers, CPAs, researchers. Their strengths: they ask great questions, credible presenters, once convinced, not moved by hype, only by facts. Challenges: they over-research, analysis paralysis, need significantly more time before deciding. How to coach or to sell to them: don't force close emotionally. Give clean information and facts, comparison points, and give them time. You do not close a green with pressure. You serve them with information and let logic do its job. And then we had the red. They are the sharks. Who they are? They are dominant, decisive, competitive, direct, bottom line thinkers. They move fast and expect others to keep up. Their strengths: results focused. They love rate of return and recognition. move fast, and driven to win. Their challenges don't listen well, think their way is the best, may confuse themselves for dolphins, fun versus dominant. You're going to have fun, whether you like it or not. How to coach or to sell to them. Be direct. Don't over explain. Show numbers, opportunity, and the challenge. Let them lead, but hold them accountable. The Reds do not need a long story. They need the bottom line, the target, and the scoreboard. Okay, so now, Madam Finance, which one do you relate to the most? And what we already know you're fun and all that kind of stuff, but what's your most thing?
I think red is more dominant, right? I think the red is more dominant, but I do highly see the yellow
Yeah.
and I see green. But red is the most dominant one. I thought it was the yellow, but yeah, I dominant. Red is dominant, and I got some yellow and green.
So red, I definitely agree. Your yellow is just your personality. You're
Yeah.
fun and but yeah, but you over here, who are they? Dominant, decisive, competitive. But you got this green where you are detail focused,
Yes.
logical, cautious, fact seeking. And that's why you always ask great questions, credible presenter, and then you're not moved by hype, and you always telling us
Hmm.
about the hype.
About the hype. Don't go with
Yeah, don't follow the hype. Get the facts. Do your research.
that.
But your personality of fun and all of that, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sister Deidre, which one did you relate to?
Okay, I related highly to the blue.
Okay, uh-huh.
Um, yeah, I tend to be more along a lot of those things you said about the blue.
Mm-hmm.
But just like you said, I'm a piece of all the other ones too. Because running a business, you have to step up when, because you have to,
Mm-hmm.
in different ways. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I go with blue.
Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely a well, the blue as well. I can be fun and all that kind of stuff. Now the green and the red, I really have to focus.
Right,
I have to focus. I have to hear um Lakeisha in my ear. I have to hear Hyamba in my ear.
right,
I have to hear that. Because I'm, high credibility, care deeply. I got to work on being organized and help people feel safe and heard. That's important to me. My challenge is to avoid hard business at that business side. Although, I run business and, but have I made a lot of money in it? No. I can keep it running, keep it running, keep it running, but I care about the people and let people come in because of what they're saying about what they want to do and all that kind
right.
of stuff and not check the background to see what have they done. So I have to turn that over. My son is very detail oriented, very, very, very. And me, I just trust that you're going to do what you say you're going to do, and then I find out that it was not, or I assume what you're saying is true, and then I realize what I thought you were saying was not what you end up doing. So
Mm.
yeah. So, but yeah, I'm definitely in that area. Did you connect with them, Mama Evelyn? Finally, you're on mute.
They hung up on me. I got to someone and talked to someone and told her what was going on.
Yeah.
And she gave me a reference number and she forwarded my call, and I was gonna wait it out. I wasn't gonna
Yeah.
call me back, but I will just do it again tomorrow morning, like I did today at like 8 o'clock. And I'll get through eventually.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I hate that when you're waiting, you're waiting, and then they disconnect. Something happened, and you be like, "Oh, are you kidding?" Because you're not going to get the same person, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. So, um, Dotson, can you type in there what personality you relate to, you connect to? Let me see if you already did. Oh yeah, blue. Yep. She says she falls in the blue area. Yep, 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 yep. So it takes all of these. It takes all of these and where it talks about where your strengths are, as well as where your challenges are. Um, you want to look at that. I'm going to create something and put it in our chat so that we can look at that, the different areas of our lives. Let's see. Use these language frameworks when reaching out to prospects. So as we are sharing and dealing with people, not only customers, but people in our lives, when we find out really how they work, it will make a difference. Match your approach to their style and not yours. So yellow script. Come see what everybody's talking about. This is fun and simple. See the words, keywords for the yellow. It's fun and it's simple. And I think you're going to love it. Let me know by give them a date and I'll get you set up. For the blue script, you'd love, see, that's my word. You'd love this because it helps you serve people better. I know how much you care about making a difference. This gives you a way to do even more of that. So with Lorraine,
Yeah,
she-
I'm blue, baby. I'm a aqua. I'm yellow, yellow and blue
you
together. I'm green.
yes, 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 yes. Green script. Here's the information. I want you to have time to review it. Write it down, write down your questions, and let's set up a time to talk through it when you're ready. You see? And then the red script, bottom line, bottom line, timing is strong. Market is moving. Those who act now are the ones who win. Here's the RAOI, rate of return. What questions do you have? Here it is. There it is. Hey, baby.
The birthday boy,
Hey,
the
happy
birthday
birthday.
twin, Lakeisha,
Wait, what?
Madam Finance, y'all, the 12th, right?
She might have walked
Lakeisha?
away again.
Because that's when I saw it on, I think I saw it on Facebook and I responded.
Yeah, yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was
And
it.
his was Friday. He
Yeah.
had lobster for the first time.
Uh-oh, okay.
Yeah. And he really liked it.
So yeah,
Got a phone.
these are the
Can y'all hear me or no?
Oh,
no,
now we can
now
hear
we
you.
do.
Okay, yes, I was on the other side of the room. Yeah, his birthday, June the 12th, right?
Yep.
Okay,
15.
that's all right.
15.
15. He had
Mama
lobster.
Evelyn, what's your color?
Oh, I was saying I forgot. I think I said portions of red. Portions
Oh,
of
okay.
whatever the engineer was, whatever that was, engineering and
Okay, thank you.
yeah,
Right, green.
yeah, green.
Green. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And it's funny because the strength is ask great questions because you do. When we have a guest or when you You always asking questions, great questions, so that you understand. That's you, Mama Evelyn. Yep. And once you're convinced, you in there. Yep. And you are not moved by height. You want to only by facts. So yeah, you are. You are. You are. So so yeah, these are the scripts that you want to use as you approach people, asking them to do, what you want uh to be involved. And you want everything. You don't want to not have a person that's going to hold you accountable and not have you what are the numbers. I remember when I first met Deetra, first started coming on, and especially when she took over and she told me she said, she was she was talking to me, and she said, I need you to give me specific things. And I'm like,
I sure
you're,
did.
you're talking to the wrong person, but I'm gonna do. And then when she come on, she said, when she, gets on us and properly about being late, said, you got to honor people's time. Yep, absolutely. And then you have the person that's, the yellow, who's still having fun, still completing whatever. Then you have, so we need all of that to keep us balanced in our lives, so we're not too much over in just the facts, but also in having a good time where people want to hang out with you, you know. Um, so yeah, and I think we had that combination here amongst, in particular, amongst the hosts. We have a little bit of everything, and then the people who also come on as participants, we have a little bit of everything when they come on. So I am super. Um, I'm glad of what the balance that we have, and know that I know there's been times when the balance was a little off, where somebody was just a little bit too forceful, and it's their way of thinking and only. And then the other, when they would challenge that, I know that as well. But I know where I stood, where I'm just, wanting to keep things balanced. um I deeply care, and stuff. But on the other side, I'm making people be responsible because they were grown. So I'm not going to be the mama and come in and make it, and you got to do this, and I'm a stand. No, I'm not going to do that either, because I care about everybody. So did you get anybody get something out of this lesson today about your color chart?
Actually,
Oh,
this was
yeah.
awesome. Thank you for bringing it up. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I thought it was absolutely phenomenal to just get a glimpse of where you are. We talked about earlier spending time with yourself, in silence and being alone and reflecting who you are. This actually gives you a little bit of guide of who you are, and that you're okay just the way you are,
Mm-hmm.
by yourself. So, no, that was a really good exercise. And that book, she was selling this manual for $25, and it has different, 4 or 5 different exercises in here
Yeah.
that you get to complete. And these are really about being able to bring the business, bringing your faith, your business, and ready to work, because it's what this workbook really is like your lab. It's about you and the people you're serving, particularly as it relates to the Super Patch business. So I think it is awesome. And she did mention that she will be doing a Zoom on this book at some point in the near future. So I'm sure it will become available for you to secure.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So Madam Finance and Sister Deetra, have you noticed anything about me in being on screen?
New hairstyle.
Okay. Anything else?
And just in general, you've been always consistent. So, and really being upfront with what you see needs to be done. And I thank you for that. You've been great.
Mm-hmm. Madam Finance, have you noticed anything? She says she's all over the room.
I no, I don't work this.
Well, you're still on mute, babe.
Okay, well,
There we go. Okay, I'm off. Okay. So you said, have I noticed anything?
yeah.
Well, you look beautiful today, as always. That's normal, like the earrings.
Okay,
Can you,
so during
what,
this time, one of the
what?
things that I was determined was I was going to get a breakthrough. And that was the whole identity shift thing. You have not seen my hands covering my mouth.
Sure haven't. Sure have not.
That
Praise
was
God. Okay.
that was my breakthrough. I would
Not one.
not do anything when she would say do live and stuff like that because and my breakthrough was that well, at the end, she asked for four people. It was five of us, but she asked for people to come up and say what they got out of it. And my thing was, it is what it is. And I am not my teeth nor the lack thereof. And I got up and said that in front of everybody. And you have not seen me like this talking.
And she got a standing ovation from everybody. Broke the
Okay.
house down.
Yeah,
Yes, she did.
it was roaring in there.
Roaring.
And then I got some people who came up who said that they got a breakthrough through my testimony, yet whatever they were dealing with. By
Mm.
me standing
Oh,
up and saying
wonderful.
that. Yeah, so that was my breakthrough. And I actually posted something saying, I didn't say about that. I was just talking about what I got out of the conference, about me being in the conference, because she was telling us what to do in the exercise and go to Chat GPT and get this write up and stuff, and then post it on to Instagram. And then I'm like, oh, okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm going to do it. And I did it. And I actually did the thing and said it and I posted it. And I'm free. So I've been this entire time recording and I will post the recording because when you're caught up in something and you don't have freedom around the area, especially that a freedom that is where you communicate with people, wow, it stops so many things. Now, I will not go on stage and sing. I will not do those things. I'll wait till I get, not my teeth and stuff together, but that I can, my saying now, has been in the past week. It is what it is. And I've caught myself apologizing to people who don't even know what I look like, and so that was my breakthrough, and that's why I'm sitting here talking to you like I am. So I want you to have a wonderful day today. Danielle is on her way. She got caught up in the whole airline stuff, but she is on her way back, and we'll see her next week. Well, we'll probably see her, probably tomorrow on the show. But tomorrow we have, of course, health and wellness. Looking forward to that. And Wednesday, let's see, our green shark, our green and red and yellow, because she's a lots of fun. Um, Wealth Building Wednesday. And are you back on, Mama Evelyn, Thursday?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay. And then Friday, we have Passion and Purpose. So have a wonderful day.
Hey,
And
Queen,
yes,
Queen,
Dave,
I'd
yes.
like to say something before we hang up.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, let me put myself on camera for this one. I just want to say that I am so proud of Danielle.
Mm-hmm.
She has been going through. I mean, like, the girl can't get a break. And she is persevering.
Mm-hmm.
Like the real Danielle, the deep inside, the one, you talk about being, she's actually doing it. And we are just sitting on the sidelines like, wow.
Right,
And,
right.
and she even said to me this morning, she said, I'm going through all of this and it's okay because this is part of my journey and I'm gonna take it on. And I'm just like, whoa. And she's not telling every Dick, John, Harry, oh, woe is me, look what happened to 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 me. I'm so proud of her. I just had to say that she is coming back with an identity shift.
Yeah,
Let's embrace it and, continue to support each other as we all do, because we need that. And I think this is one of the best groups that I've finally got involved in. Long overdue, but God has you where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. This is by no accident. Just want
absolutely.
to share that.
God is good.
Thank
Yep.
you.
All the time.
And knows what
Amen.
he's doing.
Mhm.
All right, you all make it a great one.
But there's a
Oh,
scripture that says, trust in the Lord in all his ways. Is that it? And he will direct thy
it'll
path.
direct your path. Yeah. Um,
What else were you going to say?
Acknowledge the Lord in all your ways, and He will direct your paths. Make it straight. I mean, that's a good one, and that's one of the things that I'm taking on too. I don't mean to keep talking here, but the one thing that was consistent in this particular conference
Yeah,
was it was super clear that God was at the foundation
yeah, yeah.
through every single speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's the catch, right? This was not a super patch event. This was super patch people coming together for the purpose of doing an identity shift.
Mm-hmm.
And at the base of every speaker identity was God as the foundation of who you turn to, who you this, scriptures, I mean, the whole 9 yards. And and it even got to a point where I know you all might not be in, if you might not want to believe in all this God stuff. So I'm talking to the ones that do. So when she did that, she didn't down you for not. She just said, I'm really talking to the ones that this resonate with. So if it don't resonate with you, it's okay. You're just here. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, that's what struck me the most about this particular one. And they're giving a number 2 in September. They're having an identity shift too in Vegas, September 18th, 19th, and 20th. So if that's something that you would like to put on your calendar to experience, it is truly an experience. It's like being around 200 freaking people, like a community of amazing people that just embrace you. Everybody's wonderful, kind, nice, loving. It's like, Lord, thank you. Just basking in such greatness of just everyday, ordinary people like us. So
Yeah.
if that's something that you'd like to experience, you do have another opportunity. And we'll say more about that in the future.
All
Thank you,
right.
Queen. You want to close it out with your whatever you
Yep.
do?
Let's give ourselves a big, wonderful hug. And hug the world and sprinkle goodness around all and especially our leaders. God, direct our leaders and touch their hearts because God is the only one who can change the heart of any of us. All right.
Amen.
Have a wonderful day.
All right. Bye bye.
Peace out.